Today I invite you to take a moment to reflect on your life. What is your purpose here on this earth, and even after life? When we take a moment to embrace mortality and time through body donation, let's think about what that means for you, your loved ones, and the world around us. Let's talk about transforming mortality into a legacy, and what that means for a legacy of learning. We can foster a culture of knowledge and enlightenment through body donation. Our bodies can serve a legacy and purpose outside of our physical existence. I believe that the purpose of body donation is not only to serve the purpose of knowledge for future generations, but to serve a purpose for yourself. And what that means to serve a purpose for your physical vessel outside of your body. There's this quote that I like from Dr. Valim from MIT. Whatever the reason someone chooses to donate, the decision becomes a gift. Healthcare needs death care, and the bodies of the dead have long taught and trained the living. When we think about healthcare, and especially in the United States, do we necessarily think about what healthcare means, and especially death care? We don't necessarily think of what the financial help or emotional help may look like for death care. We need to discuss and provide a plan for what death care can look like for future generations, now and in future generations. Let's talk about how body donation transcends mortality and time. I want you to ask yourself this question, and keep that answer to yourself. Is body donation the right option for me and my loved ones? Now, in short, the answer is not that simple. I cannot give you that answer, and it's a lifelong question that you'll probably be asking yourself throughout your entire life. But I can give you some guidance to the advantages and disadvantages of body donation, because at the end of the day, it is not for everyone. But I want you to explore this option all throughout your life. Let's talk about the advantages. There's personal fulfillment that you can gather with body donation. You can explore what altruism means and how exploring gratitude in everyday life can give you personal fulfillment. It offers a unique death arrangement opposed to burial or cremation or any other death arrangement. Perhaps you want to contribute to the medical practices in the world. Maybe it's practical for your financial savings for you and your loved ones. But most importantly, honoring the dead. We wouldn't be here today if we wouldn't honor the dead and hadn't learned from what the dead has taught us. The disadvantages of body donation can be simply as awareness. Some people don't even know that body donation is even an option after life. And it's also a time-sensitive decision. When it comes to that time that we eventually do pass, sometimes, even if, let's say, you do want to take the time to donate your body, sometimes your body can get rejected. And again, it's a personal choice. At the end of the day, it's not meant for everyone. And it's one of those decisions that it's a very hard decision, but in the end, whether you choose to or not, it can explain what the world means to you. And the disadvantages is the lack of and limited control of the body. At the end of the day, you're dead. You don't have the right to say what you want over your body. But at the end of the day, this is one of those decisions that you'll have to figure out throughout your entire life. When we talk about death specifically and mortality, it's deemed as taboo, like we shouldn't talk about it. But I want to explain how establishing a culture of peace and acceptance of death can improve the quality of life of everyone. When we talk about death in an accepting way, we allow ourselves to grieve naturally without the fear of what death may mean and the dread of what comes with mortality. We can allow ourselves to become more spiritual and cultivate gratitude in our everyday life, just to be able to breathe, to eat, and to have things that some people may not even be able to have. There's also community support that comes with gratitude and spiritual well-being. When we When we empathize with other people, we can build a foundation for connection, and that's what we need as a society today. More than ever, we have seen a lack of connection, even though we have social media on our hands. Emotional and transformative healing is the critical process for grieving. Now let's talk about time. Again, body donation is a time-sensitive decision after all. Every moment is a chance to transform your life dramatically. The preciousness of time is something that we overlook, especially as college students. Now again, I don't expect you to have a yes or no answer, whether you should or shouldn't choose to donate your body. Time is an illusion, a social construct that society has created, yet it's vital to the human experience. Why? Time is limited, and we don't know when our time is up. The power of choice can choose how you spend your time, and it can become a spiritual consideration when you choose the power of free will and the power of decision. Spiritual and mindfulness living is a living practice can be engraved through your whole life. Even if you are or not spiritual mindfulness enhances a deeper relationship with yourself, your world, the beliefs, and the human existence. So let's talk about confronting death and how that specifically inspires intentional and mindful living. We all go through our day-to-day just going through school, work, and trying to get by. But I implore you to explore this decision of being intentional with your morning routine, your nightly routine, or just, I want you to remember this word, altruism, the act of selflessness. I want you to ask yourself this question. When was the last time you were altruistic? When was the last time you were grateful for someone or something? To be altruistic means to understand and to be grateful. There's this quote that I like from Sarah Warren. She's a researcher at, BYU. Gratitude journaling increased both gratitude and neural pure altruism, meaning that gratitude biases the brain's reward system toward feeling rewards for others rather than oneself. So altruism is the act of selflessness without the expectation of receiving anything back to yourself. I encourage you to explore gratitude and altruism in your everyday life. Gratitude and altruism can converge in the domain of body donation. Embracing selfless acts of compassion can leave a positive impact on the world. So let's embrace the beauty of life together. Thank you.